Jennifer Lesniak, and I have been seeing Mandy since May of 2020. I last felt healthy probably back in 2019, and that is when everything started happening, and I went downhill from there. Number one symptom was bladder pain. I felt like I had to use the bathroom urgency, but mostly pain in my bladder. But I also had fatigue, brain fog. I had itching, some rashes. The main symptom was my bladder. When I first got sick, I was eating a lot of almond milk, drinking a lot of almond milk. I was changing my diet. I ate a lot of almond butter, a lot of vegetables. Anyway, I just kept getting sicker and sicker. So I started, as the pain was so bad in my bladder that I just needed to find what was wrong with it. So I searched and searched for someone to help me. First, I should say the medical field did not help me at all. The urologist, I went to two different urologists, two different hospitals, and they told me that I had IC and there was nothing they could do for me. And they handed me a diet and said, you can try to change your diet and see if it helps. So I left there crying and saying, there's no way I can live like this. It was such severe pain. So I went on the search to try to find someone to help me. And I saw I had to go to two different naturopaths that looked into the root cause of finding what was wrong with me. And so I did lots of blood work. I did allergy testing. And of all the four naturopaths that I saw, each of them helped me a little, but nobody ever pinpointed what was wrong. And I took a little bit from them, but then I found Mandy. At first, I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know if, because I found Mandy on a Facebook group, and initially I was scared because I didn't, it was Facebook, and I just wasn't sure. But I'm so thankful that I did find Mandy, because she was all about finding my root cause, and she did extensive lab work that people in the medical field will not do. And she also did some genetic testing, and she was the first one that ever spoke of oxalates. And that is my root cause from everything that I've experienced, everything since she mentioned oxalate toxicity, and then went through, going on a low ox diet and the different supplements I needed to do or to start taking. And everything she mentioned, such as you don't want to go too fast on a low ox diet. And I never have told Mandy this until now, but at that moment, all you want is to feel pain-free. And so I did go fast and I did dump, and it felt like I was peeing out glass, and it was horrible. So I did exactly what she told me not to do, but I'm kind of glad I did it, because it reiterated what Mandy had told me, because I'm sure a lot of people that have IC second guess themselves, like, is this really it? At least I did. And I think other people, is this really my true root cause? Because you're in so much pain and you're desperate to find the answer. So when she told me what would happen to me if I did it too fast, and then I did it and it happened, it helped my mind realize that, yeah, this is real. Mandy knows what she's talking about. This happened. And exactly what happened to me is what she told me would happen if I didn't listen to her. So it really was a turning point in my mind of, yeah, Jennifer, this is what it is. And I couldn't be more grateful to Mandy for being the only one that spoke of oxalates to me. And so now I'm on a journey of learning more about oxalate toxicity and sharing it with everybody I can, although they look at me like I have 10 heads. My symptoms have improved amazingly. Like, I'm so thankful, thrilled, excited. The pain that I had, I thought if I have this pain the rest of my life, I just would rather not be here. So the pain was so bad. So I'm so thankful. I am pain free most days. I can tell, I have some issues here and there, but I now know what to do. I know what to eat. I know what supplements to take. So for me personally, Mandy was my lifesaver. So I would recommend Mandy to anyone that comes to me or anyone out there in the social media world. If you have issues with IC, she's going to get to the root cause of it. And she, like I said previously, she was the only one that ever spoke of oxalates to me. And I went through medical doctors. I went through naturopaths. I went through naturopaths/MDs. And not one person mentioned oxalates. So again, if it wasn't for Mandy, I wouldn't have my root cause and I'd still be where I was this time last year, which was very, very, very sick. If you need help with IC, I would encourage you to run to Mandy. Other things that contributed to my health or my IC or unhealthiness was mold. And it kind of, the more I'm learning, they kind of all go together. So I did find mold in my air duct and we had it cleaned and we have it checked every year. Well, this will be our first year of checking it. And so I also have learned through Mandy to open my pathways and get rid of mold and toxins through sauna. So I take binders as well before I sauna, and then I get in my sauna usually 3 times a week. And that has done tremendous things for my health journey as well. I think it all helps. I think it's all a process and part of my healing. But when I started going on the low ox diet and continue in that manner, it definitely, I think it's the main reason of why I am pain-free. I mean, for me personally, that's what I would say is my diet is huge. And maybe it's also put me down a road of researching and learning more of what is toxins and what we do put in our body and what we shouldn't put in our body and how much toxins are out there from our food to what we put on our skin, our lotions, deodorant, shampoos, things in our home. Everything has toxins. We can't get rid of them all, but we can do the best we can to alleviate most of them or try hard to, not take in, to do the best we can with what we have. I'm doing really well now with my health. I don't have, like I said, any pain, except once in a blue moon, I will feel a little something with my bladder, but I'm sure that is part of my body dumping. So I'm really happy and thankful where I am now. I'm in a good place. And I've also learned so much through Mandy. And then now I have found others as well that are teaching others about oxalate toxicity, mostly on Instagram. And that is something that I had never, ever heard of before this, like never. So it is definitely a good place to learn. And Mandy is a good person to start that journey. So I'm in a good place and I'm excited about my future. I'm excited about learning. And I've also, because of Mandy, I am getting healing as well as then teaching my family. My husband and all my children are on board with this. And so they're trying their best to eat the way I'm teaching them about toxins and oxalates, and they're all trying. It's not an overnight process because we've they have eaten this way their whole life. So now it's a journey, but they're all on board to being open to learn to eating this way. And I'm excited about that too. So thanks, Mandy. You're helping my whole family, not just me.